Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss the physical necessities of interior designing of a homeopathic clinic. I am Dr. Samina and welcome to our channel Homeopathy World. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to get the notification on our latest updates. Also, please share our videos with your friends and colleagues. Now in this video, I will give you a broad idea about the things that are required to interior design your homeopathic clinic or any clinic for that matter. While I speak in this video, you can see the best clinic or office interior pictures that will help you to design your own clinic interiors in a very subtle manner. However, the individual requirements may vary according to the specialty, area and location of your practice. The best clinic interior designs will utilize the smallest space to its best advantage and create a calming and comfortable atmosphere for your patients and their families. Now, whether your clinic is homeopathic or dental clinic or a medical practice, I have come up with the clinic design tips and ideas that provide the best clinic interior design. The first and primary requirement that we are going to talk about is the office space. A homeopathic practice can be started in a very small space. Now, some of the most beautiful clinics I have seen have been in small yet engaging spaces. So you can start your clinic in a space as small as 100 square feet. But bigger the space, more better it is to design your clinic. Now that we are talking about designing your clinic, I might suggest taking help of a good interior designer. But if you don't want to spend a great deal on interiors, then you can do the interiors all by yourself. Basically, I believe in doing your own interiors, as you can do it on your budget, however expensive you want, and also it gives you a personal touch to your working space. Now, if you're worried about from where to start, then my video will help you a lot. Or if you want to get some more ideas, then you can visit some local doctors to get an idea about their setup and how it looks like. Now that we have ruled out the office space and the area that should be required, the next thing is the colors. Now, the colors of your interiors should be preferably kept light. Light shades like white, cream or typically any pastel shade can work out. Dark colors like red, brown, black, dark blue or dark green should be avoided, as they are not usually considered soothing. But again, they can be used to create a contrasting appearance, as you can see in these pictures. Moreover, when you use light shades or pastel shades, the space appears more open and bigger, and the light effects appear brighter in light shades. Whatever may be the colors of your wall, please make sure that you keep the ceiling white. Now, this is necessary for a good and uniform illumination of your office. Make sure that the curtains, furnitures, and other interiors that you are using should match with each other and should match with the colors of your wall. They should blend in. Nowadays, it is very common to use wooden paneling or put attractive wallpapers to make a single wall stand out. But again, while doing this, remember it should all blend in and it should look aesthetic. It should look modern. Now that we have cleared out the area that is required and the color schemes that we should use, ideally speaking, a homeopathic clinic should be divided into 3 sections. First is the doctor's chamber or the consulting room. Second is a pharmacy or reception, or a combination of both. So there can be a separate pharmacy and separate reception counter, or it can be blended into one. And the third section is the waiting room. However, sectioning your clinic is possible only on a higher end budget. So if you are just starting or beginner at your practice, I say anything which fits your budget is fine. So don't worry about the sections and the areas or dividing your areas into these 3 sections. If you're a beginner, you don't have to worry about all this and do whatever fits your budget. As a homeopathic doctor, your primary investments will be on the medicine, and then from the remaining budget, you could get the furniture that is required. All of this is possible only when you have selected the location of your clinic. Now, if you want to know how to select the best location for your clinic, click on the I button on the right hand of your screen to get to the video where I have spoken about how to select the best location for your clinic. Now that you have selected the location, you have paid the deposit, and you have saved for 1 month's rent and ordered medicine from your budget, the remaining amount is the amount that you can invest in the interiors starting from the furniture of your clinic. Now the primary furniture that you will need will be, again, depending upon the space that is available and the money that you spend on your furniture. Now the basic thing to remember is that the furniture should be comfortable enough for all the patients as well as the doctor. Start by making a list of things that you require to start. For example, in the doctor's chamber or in the consulting room, things that you require will be a table and a chair for the doctor or homeopath, because he will be sitting all throughout the day and for long hours of case taking. He needs to have a comfortable back support and preferably it should be reclining. The next thing that you require in the consulting room is a patient stool. Then you will need some couple of chairs for the patient's attendance. Then you will need a small bookshelf and an examination table. Okay, assuming that your examination table has cupboards below it, it can work as a medicine cabinet for you, or else you have to buy a different medicine cabinet to store your medicine in your consulting room. Suppose if you don't want to keep a separate dispensing or pharmacy section, then you can keep the medicine cabinet in your consulting room as well. Now, some of the doctors prefer a separate section for dispensing medicine, while others keep it in their consulting space itself. Whatever it is, your decision is your choice. You can keep it in your consulting space and you can keep it separately as a dispensing space also. Now, if you don't have a separate room for dispensing and waiting, then you can create partitions. From one room, you can create different partitions to make different sections. Now, these partitions can be made of aluminium, glass, wood, etc. And if this is also not possible, then curtains will also do on a temporary basis. This will help to compartmentalize everything systematically, and it also helps to give a sense of privacy to the patient in your clinic. Now, suppose if you don't want to keep the medicine cabinet in your consulting room, assuming you will need a separate dispensing room or pharmacy section. So let's talk about that. You will need this section only if you store or dispense homeopathic medicine from your own clinic. So if you're writing prescriptions to be taken from a homeopathic pharmacist, then you can skip this one. The basic requirement in this section is wooden or metal racks to store medicines. Now these racks need to be specifically designed. So you can have them custom made from a local carpenter by showing them some pictures. The stepwise design is the most common one and also helps to maximize the available space, as there are very large number of homeopathic medicines, as you all know. Now there should be a separate closed rack for storing extra stock or some odorous medicines and mother tinctures. As these medicines can be damaged, they have to be stored in such a way that they are not exposed to direct sunlight or excessive heat. Okay, so they should be stored securely. So now that we have discussed the area, the colors, the consulting room and the dispensing section in a separate pharmacy section separately, now let's talk about the reception area. Now reception area can be very simple. There will be a reception desk or a reception table, a chair for the receptionist and some waiting area, chairs or benches, whichever you prefer. Now the setup and design should impress the patients in the first look itself. You have to keep the reception area clean. The lobby is to be made stress-free and comfortable for the visitor. So there can be a TV set if you want. There can be music systems. There can be good lighting to that area and newspaper or magazines, so that the patient while waiting can engage themselves into reading or into listening music. Now your reception area can also have some important health related posters in your reception area. While doing that, please remember, don't make it too cluttery or messy. Just 1 or 2 posters is quite enough, and make sure that the posters are not very bright that can contrast your walls or anything. It should all be blending in. So blending in is the key. Now if we speak about the overall effect or feel of your clinic, the patient should feel fresh and lively when they enter your clinic. So that is the main goal, along with blending in all the interiors with each other. It should match each other very well. It's time for some extra tips for your interiors. The things that you have to remember while decorating your clinic. The interiors of your clinic should not use dim lights or colored lights. Your clinic interiors should have some plants, greenery, an aquarium, or even a small fountain to make the interior soothing. What you use will depend upon the space and the budget. So don't compare yourself or your clinic to others. Whatever may be your space or the budget, try to keep things and designs simple because this is your professional space. It has to be simple, subtle, and modern. Design your homeopathic clinic keeping your patients in mind. The patient should feel welcomed, should feel relaxed, it should be neat and clean. That is the primary thing. And if you are, as a homeopath, if you are into counseling, if you are a psychiatric specialty, then having a comfortable sitting or sofa in your office will make sense and will help you a great deal because you will need to sit for a very long time. And same as with the patient. So you can have a very comfortable sitting like a sofa in your consulting room. So that was all about the clinic interior tips. If this helps you and if you need any other help regarding the clinic interiors, please let me know in the comment section below. Also, you can use some kind of decorative items, wall paintings, showpieces, but remember not to overdo these things. If you like this video, please don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to my channel if you are new to my channel. And thank you for watching this video.